I've got a big smile on my face, ladies and gents, and I'm sure you have too, after watching United beat Sunderland pretty comfortably. A good, I would say a top team performance. Did we take our foot off the gas in the second half? A little bit, but United controlled that game of football. United were the better team. United deserved all 3 points. Senny Lammens on his debut. Fantastic from him. Sesko, seriously top centre-forward game from him. But so much discourse going into that game. There's a huge sense of relief that I've got. All right? I'm happy and I'm frustrated in equal measure. Happy because of the team performance I've just seen, but frustrated that that wasn't there against Brentford. Were there a huge amount of tweaks and changes from Ruben Amorim today? I don't particularly think there were huge amounts of changes. We made some changes to the starting 11, which I think were largely good. Don't really like the low left wing back. Never will. I think we had a better shape out of possession. It felt like we weren't pressing as aggressively towards the front, not leaving too many spaces to get exploited. Sunderland, they couldn't cope with the extra man that we had wide because we were playing with proper, well, Ahmad certainly, down that right-hand side, stretching their defence. But just, you know what, it's just, that felt like watching United at home against a newly promoted team. Now, can I just quickly say this? People are going to try and shift the narrative now. Oh, you know, just beating a newly promoted team. But yeah, that same Sunderland that everybody was raving about going into the game. We did well. We outplayed them. And there weren't any moments in that game where I was like heart in mouth. Maybe apart from when I thought they were going to give a penalty towards the end of the first half, which would have been ridiculous. But that's all I want. I suppose it is too much to ask for Manchester United. But can we just take a minute or two now just to say, well done, Sene. All right? Ruben has waited to give this lad his debut. So much of United's performances this season have been dictated by mistakes with goalkeepers and just a sheer lack of confidence you have in them. For the fact that I saw a new goalkeeper there in the start 11, I immediately felt a little bit more comfortable. And he played really well in his debut. And there was one moment in that game that particularly stands out towards the end of the first half when he came and claimed that high ball and you heard the Stretford end. You heard Old Trafford. Senny can be really happy with his debut. And I didn't do anything particularly spectacular, but a goalkeeper doesn't need to. A goalkeeper just has to be orthodox. Kick it when you need to. Tell you one thing I've quite liked as well. Played quite a few of his kicks off his left foot. Clearly confident enough on both feet, and that will help him in situations, in game situations, where he's getting pressed on by the opposition, can switch it to the other foot. But in particular, the higher claims, just a really solid debut. And that will breathe some confidence into that defence. By the way, first clean sheet of the season. I just think the defence played well. And I'll tell you who else played well. Sesko, man. I'm not just talking about the goal. And it just seems to be something that's part of how football's trending now. Set pieces, long throws. I don't know whether they're more prevalent or more obvious because I've seen them more recently from loads of teams, so I've got recency bias, but United taking the advantage of it. Sesko, good run, good striker's goal. But I don't know if it's going to be a strange thing to say, but it wasn't his goal that I was most impressed with today. Sesko played like a top centre-forward. Balls coming from Lammens, and again, going back to him, you know how Onana, like the balls just seem to be like, what are you kicking the ball there for, man? Like his goal kicks, yeah, he's kicking it long, but most of them went towards Sesko, went towards a player that actually sometimes led to a flick on and sometimes led to an opportunity rather than the ball just going straight back to the opposition and it coming back at United. Really good centre-forward play on and off the ball from Sesko today. And on the goal itself, that's 2 goals in 2 games. That's his first goal at Old Trafford. Well done to him. Just well done to Manchester United again as a team today. But lads, if I was Ruben in that dressing room, I wouldn't be going in there like waxing lyrical about, I'll tell you what, Mason Mount's goal. 18 passes, I think it was. Really measured goal. I would go in there and say, look, I knew you could do that. That's why I've been defending you and defending like the setup and the system to the press and the media. I knew you could do that. But it's down to these players to just do that against Brentford, to do that away at Liverpool next, to see what happens. Speak about that after the international break. You can't just do that 1 week and then the next week you just disappear off the face of the earth. That's what these players do, but that's what these players have got to stop doing. And I'm telling you, Mason Mount, probably one of Man United's best performers so far this season. Quietly. Is that his first goal of the season? I think it was a really good goal. Great. And Mbeumo swinging the ball in. Led to a goal. Kel's surprise. Great touch. Great finish. It was a great team move, that one. And I think Mount, well, again, just say it quietly because we know what happens when you speak about Mount positively. He gets an injury. But he's playing well. We've got options up front. Cunha, people are saying that Cunha was dropped. I don't think Cunha was dropped. I don't think Cunha was 100% fit to play against Brentford, but the game kind of got away from United, so he stayed on for the full 90. Having options you want 2 good options in every position, and we've certainly got them in the attacking roles. And Ahmad, it just makes such a difference. Ahmad and Mbeumo on that right. I don't think Mbeumo had the most incredible game, but Sesko scored. United as a team played well. That's what teams do. You don't have to rely on individuals to have, like, last few seasons, if Bruno didn't have a good game, we wouldn't get anything out of the game. I don't think Bruno had an incredible game today, but I don't particularly think he needed to. Just because United played overall better as a team. But Ahmad offering the real width and stretching the Sunderland defence was a big reason why we had 2 within 30 minutes. And again, Ruben Amorim was speaking about this in the dressing room. That, lads, you had the advantage. You made it count. You got the first goal within the first 15 minutes. What did you then do? You kept going. You got the second. Would I have loved to see United get the third in the second half, around a 60, 65-minute mark to kill the game as a tie, and then we defend our box? Ideally, that's what I would have loved to United to do. I don't particularly think we had that many chances in the second half. But after the week we've had, after the season we've had, after everything that is said, that felt good. It felt partly relief. But Sunderland were in good form coming into that game, and we had the measure of them. We fully deserved that win. I'd say we fully deserved that clean sheet. And if I'm going to pick out one major positive from that game, it's we've got a new goalkeeper who's now had his debut at Old Trafford, got a clean sheet under his belt, made a couple of decent saves, a couple of high claims, kicked the ball when necessary. As I said, I'm going to call that an orthodox performance from Senny Lammens, and that's all I want him to be this season. Enough of the just heart-in-mouth moments. It definitely feeds into the team. Well done to him. Well done to United. Take that into the international break. And for the love of God, learn how to build momentum. They know they can do it. Ruben Amorim knows they can do it. Maybe personally, individually, they know they can do it. Can they do it as a team? That's what they did there today. That felt calm and measured for the majority of the game. Enjoy your weekend, people. I enjoyed watching that. Feels good.